Gusto ko lang magsimula na.
Our food is precious. When we hold something that's precious, we really are very careful.
Guys, 45 minutes. I want everything ready, ah.
Carry the stairs up to the office.
Di ba maganda? So just bring the other 3 up. Fuck, I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just very fucking nervous. Okay, first day.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ayun na siya. Yun na ba yun?
Yan na yun.
Yes! Malalay lang po dun sa ano. Kaya huwag na dyan sa dulo.
Saya. Very happy. I mean, new space for one, bigger team. So much has changed already. Just the whole dynamics of everything, the way we work, the way we see food.
Habang nasa process kami of opening, every small detail counts. I make sure that everything is in place.
The hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
I can't wait to sleep. Pero I feel like that's gonna be a year from now pa.
Hapag started back in 2017.
When 3D Night talked about opening Hapag as a private dining, kasi we were doing different cuisines at the time.
I was in San Francisco, he was in Malaysia, doing progressive cuisine ng ibang lahi.
And then I realized na parang why couldn't we do it back home?
And from there, sabi namin, tara, balik tayong Manila. Tapos subukan natin, wala namang mawawala, di ba? I'm very happy, 7 years later, na ito na siya ngayon. Meron na kaming Hapag ongoing to the second massive restaurant, di ba?
I fell in love with Hapag because each dish was created that they put 100% of their hearts and souls into it.
The QC space is very limiting already. At some point, we were feeling that the food was becoming very stagnant kasi of the space we had and the amount of people we would bring in the kitchen, the equipment we had, the location in general where people would say, ang layo, ang hirap niyong puntahan, traffic, lalo na Christmas. Yeah, naging matapang kami in that aspect kasi I realized what we're already doing in general is already a leap. And even before moving, to put yourself out there, to set yourself up for failure or success is already something that's very big.
Ang dami rin naming lessons from the first restaurant. So ngayon, nag-move kami to a more central location in Manila. Before, very limited yung parking namin. And to be honest, isa lang yung entrance and exit before sa Hapag Katipunan. So may mga days na naging valet parking din ako. Ang dami naming pinuntahan na mga spaces before i-offer sa amin yung Rockwell Balmori 7th floor. Sabi namin, parang ito yung perfect spot for Hapag 2.0. So dito, lahat ng mga problems, nahanapan na namin ng solution. And we're very happy to be here.
Hello, my name is Erin. Welcome to Hapag. So we're gonna give you a little tour of our new space. Please follow me. So we start with our reception area. Of course, fermentation serves as the sort of backbone of our cuisine. So we have these handmade fermentation jars by Mia Casal from Zambales. So she made all of these for the restaurant. And then moving here, we have our hammered metal reception table that has these patterns that are inspired by batik. And then here we have our entrance to the restaurant. So this is meant to be inspired by Banawe rice terraces. So this is the private dining room of Hapag. We have these drop lights made from abaca. And of course, this is an extension of the main dining. So this can probably accommodate maybe 12. And it's overlooking the Rockwell area. So here we reach our main dining room. We have our art piece, our light installation made by E. Murillo. It's inspired by the Filipino lambat. And then we have the tinalak fabric hanging over there.
When you go inside, yung mga textile, ginawa siya ng mga Tiboli tribe.
So of course, this is my beloved wine fridges. So ideally, this can accommodate maybe 550 bottles of wine. So we're very excited about that. Opening a space this big really requires a lot of attention to details. It was really trying to get the right contractor, trying to get the right interior designer.
At the end of the day, you have to find people who are sharing the same vision as you, which is to promote the Filipino culture. So lahat nun, if you can see, yung mga elements na nandito sa Hapag ngayon is Filipino-made.
Hapag now is not just a restaurant. It will be a vessel for a lot of artists, even farmers, really.
Tagal na namin tinatago ni Naphtog. I think more than a year na. Gusto talaga namin siya gamitin once we transfer here. Tapos ito ginawa talaga specifically for Hapag. Lahat ng pieces magkakaiba. Everything is handmade. Tapos talagang pinusuan ni Mia to and nakita namin sa results. Also our cutlery. Everything is made by National Blade Works. Custom made for Hapag, as you can see. May logo namin. Everything you see in the restaurant, as much as possible, we try to support local.
And then in our main dining room, we have a bunch of activity happening. So we're actually listening right now to the music that Lian and Zaris has made for the restaurant. So we're actually listening to this for the first time.
Why did we do this? It seems a little excessive, pero I thought about it in a way where, you know how we watch movies. So a certain scene needs music or a background music to make you feel exactly what they want you to feel.
I guess gusto namin ma-hit lahat ng senses. Once it hits you, mafe-feel mo na, lahat nito gawa ng Pinoy. Kapag 2.0 na first menu will be called Metodolohiya. This menu will be focused on the Philippine cooking methodologies. So kung paano yung naging foundation ng pagluluto natin, this will be the highlight. I guess yung magiging role ng Hapag is to put progression in the food. So traditional methodology mixed with progressive take on it.
In In terms of food, I'd say we'll just keep progressing from where we were even just 6 months ago. I'd say it will make Filipinos proud that we're trying to do it at this level. Whether people will see it or not, I'm not really sure, but I think they would.
Now let's move to the kitchen. So as you can see, we have a massive kitchen. This part is our show kitchen.
Kasi ang dami ng tayong gawin.
And then here, we have a little tour of our back kitchen. Medyo chaotic. The ferments just arrived from Quezon City today as well. So they're all here, ready to be stored sa fermentation jars ni Mia. At the very end of the main dining, we have our stairway to Aya.
So really, yung Aya we created just because, I don't know, little way mahilig kami uminom ni 30. I remember nung college kami ni 30 or nung bata-bata kami, even high school, we would say, oh, mag-aya ka na para uminom.
So we are really inviting guests to our home to experience hospitality as if you're going into your friend's house.
Aya offers Filipino small plates, culture-forward cocktails, and 100-bottle wine list.
Alright, so when you first arrive in Aya, of course, you'll see our kitchen. Chef Athalie, our sous chef, is on the pass along with the Aya team. And then, of course, we have our restaurant manager, Miss Angel, over here. Now, welcome to Aya. We have our head bartender, Addie. We have Noel and Randy, the team behind Aya. This is actually inspired by Filipino fabric, so of course, we kind of wanted to have our own take on the modern Filipina. My favorite spot in Aya would probably be this area, just because I get to really look at the skyline. I get to see everyone arrive from Hapag, and I just get to watch what's happening in the bar.
Entering culinary school, the dream was always to open a restaurant. And then, opening a restaurant at the age of, 27 was already a big deal. So, during that time, happy na ako. And then, I guess it just surpassed everything. So, I just kept dreaming na lang.
Nung una, syempre, ang gusto lang naman namin gawin is magluto. Doon kami masaya, doon kami nagtatrive and all. But having the right partners gave us direction. It directed us to where we are now.
I feel so blessed to be working with both Chef Nav and Chef 30 because they're also breaths of fresh air to me. Kasi it's so refreshing to see two passionate individuals that really want to showcase Filipino culture. Hapag has made a big impact on our farmers, especially because we really try to make sure that we build a relationship with them. We really take care of our produce. So we try not to throw anything away. So if they're not able to use it in the kitchen, we try to make use of it as garnish, even our food and our beverage. So we really have a systematic way of making sure that each ingredient is treated with respect.
Kami yung nagko-control, kami yung nagmamanipulate ng flavor na napupunta doon sa food namin. And I guess it's a representation of good things come in time, di ba? Parang hindi lang siya instant. Kailangan mo ng oras para gumawa ng lasa. Kailangan mo ng oras para ma-nurture yung tao. Hindi siya basta-basta lang. Diba? And yun yung lumalabas sa pagkain namin ngayon.
We started with a team of maybe 7, 6, thereabout. And then now we're about 40. So you can only imagine how insane that is. Parents kami dito, which is, I am a dad, but like, this one's different. Like, I'm a 32-year-old handling 26-year-olds, 22-year-olds. So it's just, naiintindihan ko na ngayon nung bata ako how stubborn I was. So, yeah, it's so hard.
So tuloy na yung 10 packs mo bukas.
Mahirap dahil ang dami na nila, pero madali because we also have the right people to help us.
You're willing to learn, that's all we need. Kasi what we do at Hapag is very different. So all we need is a good attitude, a big heart, and just, ready to really rock and roll.
I guess we just make sure na alam nila yung roles nila. And it's very important for me na they're having fun at work and at the same time learning.
I think more than anything na kailangan namin instill dito is eating together, family meal together.
Hindi mo naman i-spin kasi.
So as you guys can see, kahit anong ginagawa nila, they all have to drop whatever they're doing. And I'll get annoyed if hindi siya gagawin regularly. Kasi it's the only way nag-uusap lahat ng tao na sa trabaho eh. So very important for all of us. Kaya may mga ganito kami. Hindi isa-isa yung kumakain.
For example, si Elaine, who just joined us a few weeks back, ito yung chance para mas makilala namin sila. So yung lifestyle ng chef, ng kusinero.
Obviously.
Syempre parati kang nasa kitchen. I guess kailangan namin alagaan yung diet, diba? And we also work out. Shout out sa coach namin. So as you can see, nagma-macros kami maski sa trabaho. Hindi ka namin dinadaya.
Kasi sa bahay namin, number one rule is kahit di ka gutom, pag dinner or lunch, nasa bahay ka, upo ka sa table. Bakit? Para makipagkwentuhan sa mga pamilya, sa mga kaibigan. Kasi it actually changes a lot of things. Yung bonding, na pag-uusapan kung may problema man, we will never compromise that rule. Kasi dun din halos sa buo yung pangalan na Hapag. So yung Hapag basically means that.
And we're very, very strict when it comes to our family meal. But I find that this is when the team is really at their strongest together.
Man, si Chef 30, funny story, class president ko siya nung grade 7 kami. And believe it or not, siya yung masamang bata dati. Hindi, biro lang. Naalala ko 7th grade kami ni 30 kasi siya yung unang nagyaya sa akin uminom at the age of 13 ba yan? Basta grade 7. He was like, umiinom ko ba? I'm like, huh? So really, that story, I will never forget.
So si Chef Nav, kabarkada ko yan. Kabarkada ko siya since grade 7 kami. Parati niya ako sinisiraan sa media eh. Parati niya sinasabi na ako daw yung nagyaya ng inom, ganyan. Pero sa totoo lang, siya naman yung may gusto. Tingin ko, hindi ko kakayanin mag-restaurant without him by my side.
Siya yung apple to may apple pie. Pwede ba yun? Pwede ba yun? No, pero really si 30 balances me out. He reminds me to stay grounded, to whenever I lose my cool, kung ano yung weakness ko, strength niya, kung ano yung strength ko, weakness niya, I would say, has gotten me this far because of his patience with me also. So maybe overselling 30. Medyo kailangan ko ng gift after ito.
Erin brings peace in Hapag.
I immediately knew, okay, this is my Hail Mary. If I don't get it, it's not meant. Pero I knew that I wanted to try to get into Hapag. That's it. I wanted to be part of Hapag.
Nag-DM siya sa akin. Tapos, sinabi ko sa kanya, let me check if we still have an opening for a sommelier. Kasi nag-post kami na hiring kami ng sommelier.
I didn't hear from anyone for 3 days. And then I thought to myself, if I don't send anyone a message, did I really try though?
Pero sa totoo lang, ang nag-apply na sommelier, isa lang. Siya lang.
I forced myself into Hapag.
Si Erin is hulog ng langit. She does things very calmly, very, just graceful. So adding Erin to the whole mix, it lessens our troubles just worrying about the front naman. Yung dining room, how clean the glasses are, how pristine all the setup is.
I learned a lot from Chef Nav. One of them is really just to be passionate and go all in on your dreams and your goals. If you put your heart and soul into what you do, you can achieve anything. What I learned from Chef 30 is that you have to put family first always. So with Chef 30, we are part of his family, and so we will always be here for each other.
Group hug. Okay, group hug. For the gram.
So here we have Isabel Lozano. We have our fairy godmother / interior designer / service consultant for the space. So she's already telling our team to kind of testing out the blinds for the space. March 26, we started the day 10 a.m. service training with Isabel Lozano. So this is very necessary to make sure that we are all on the same page, that service is very consistent when it comes to every guest that enters the restaurant.
In fine dining, there's a certain energy that we have to maintain. Usually with fine dining, you feel how much care you have, not just for the guests, not just for the food, but also for the things that we have. The glassware is normally not cheap, so we show how we care by how we hold these things. When we hold something that's precious, we really are very careful. It's the same thing. Our food is precious, right? Without any words, you can make a person feel how special something is just by them watching you, how you handle something. Ready? Go.
Good morning, Mr. Clevy. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Randy, and I'll be presenting your next course. So for your next course, we called it Gamet Cropek. Gamet is a local edible dried seaweed from Ilocos, and for the cropek, that is a popular snack made from prawn or fish. But this time, we use gamet for your flavors. We also prepare some sides. Here, we called it fermented bell pepper aioli. So it has a rich and creamy flavor to be paired with your cropek. Thank you very much. Enjoy.
That was excellent.
For your next course, this is warek-warek. So warek-warek is an Ilocano dish made from pork belly and pork ears. To make it more interesting, we added some pickled red onions and some pickled cucumbers topped with our dinakdakan aioli.
Morning, I'll be explaining what sugpo and buro is. Sugpo, these are grilled butterfly prawns topped with buro, which is fermented rice. These are sauteed in a shrimp paste called bagoong. On the side, you'll find a lime and feel free to squeeze if you want more acidity on your sugpo. I'd like to recommend a cocktail that goes well with this, which is the Longan Mojito. The Longan, a local fruit similar to a lychee. With its sweetness, we added mint. Like a mojito, it also has lime, and then we have soda water to top it all off to give you that light, refreshing feeling. Enjoy!
Good evening. For our next course is Paris toast. Traditionally, Paris is a local beef stew paired with garlic rice and beef broth. For our toast is pan de kalinga, which is a sourdough with fermented black rice. For the Paris is beef tendon reduced in a Paris stew to have that savory, sweet, and umami flavor. To balance everything out, we have our pickled onions, garlic aioli, and Lacuna chimichurri, which is a local onion and a local garlic.
Paano daw i-improve yung pag-explain ng dish?
Tapos, feeling ko may swerve mamaya.
So front of house, I don't want you guys to focus on the components of the dish. I want you to remember how it felt like to taste the dishes and what it felt like to have that experience for the first time. Because guests will be experiencing this for the first time. So I like it when people say, this is my personal favorite because of its tangy flavors, because of the bright calamansi flavor that comes out after that first bite. Nobody really remembers that at the end of the day. They remember what you're feeling. So that's what this exercise is about. Not to give the perfect spiel, but to actually express a little more than service. We're here to give good hospitality. Let's please remember that.
One, we were doing mise en place for the new menu. The other, we were shooting for the food upstairs. Naghahabol kami for the furniture here. Because of course, it's Holy Week. Really, there are a lot of people going on break. We're really scrambling. Making sure na walang problema na yung kusina. Even the art pieces here, kung may aangat ba siya on time. You know, building this space or opening this space, everyone has to time everything perfectly. And if you don't do that, mag-aantayan lahat.
We had a gondola bring up a 8-foot, 70-kilo art piece for the reception of Hapag, which I think is worth it because it's very beautiful. So it is an art piece of the Banawe rice terraces that's meant to be placed in our reception area.
Even yung kitchen pass namin, just installing the heat lamp itself, nag-crack yung stone. Now, ang story is we can't really change the cracked stone anymore. Kasi if we do that, mabibiyak yung mga ibang parts ng stone.
So we decided to put a gold grout on it. And yung parang Japanese art of kintsugi, which is embracing the imperfections. So yun yung ginawa namin dun sa counter namin.
Pwede natin ito sa
Well, nag-DIY nila. Sabi ko ba ito?
Kailangan lang ng kakapitan siya.
Kailangan lang medyo...
Ayan. Nice. Good ba? Well, kailangan ko spray yan.
Yan. Kailangan... pwede siya kasi balak namin siya. Lagyan namin siya ganito. Talagang yung grout talaga is medyo. Pero kailangan lang namin siya lagyan muna ng medyo rough. Kasi madulas ko rin. Yan, yung medyo rough. Parang kumapit. Oo.
So we had our resident photographer come in at about 4 p.m. to start shooting interiors, food, and beverage for Aya. Sobrang chaotic because the food and beverage photo shoot with our resident photographer was at the same time as our wine tasting and our lambanog tasting.
Today, March 27, is tinatapos lahat ng interiors ng restaurant. We're hanging up all the paintings and artworks. And ito, you can see in the background, kakatapos lang ni Mia Casal gawin yung mga ceramic jars namin. This is from Zambales. Everything is handmade. And last week, sinabi niya baka hindi umabot kasi sama ng panahon. So, thank God, naging maaraw recently. So natuyo yung mga ceramics niya and ayan, dumating siya on time. So ito, lalagyan siya ng fermented ingredients. And yan, lahat ng mga ferments na gagamitin namin for the hapag menu will be placed here.
The ferments right now at the restaurant is the backbone. It used to be something we used to work on during the pandemic lang. Passion project siya na na-realize namin all the fermented stuff actually make a world of a difference. Really, yung fermentation sa amin is just the whole process of waiting, tasting it every day, see how it evolves, see how it actually affects food. So the way we cook has to also adapt to the ferments we use. There's a set recipe, pero you still have to actually taste it. Kasi if you don't, it will taste very different if you just follow standard recipes. So there's a lot of feel involved sa paggamit ng ferments sa food. Some ferments go bad after 6 months. Some ferments become better. The whole symbolism of this whole thing, it's really up in the air. It could be really good, it could be really bad, pero it's just really adapting to this whole thing.
Later, may run-through ulit kami sa kitchen for the Hapag 2.0 first menu. Tuloy-tuloy na today. So yun sa Aya, we invited a few media para i-test nila yung food. I think yung Aya naman kaya na tonight kasi nakapag-run through na rin kami with our families. Then pinagsama-sama na namin today lahat ng kaya namin pagsama kasi it's 27th already and we're planning to open on the 1st. Tomorrow and Good Friday, pahinga lang kami para at least makapag-rest naman, makasama yung families. Then by Saturday, balik na sa trabaho para makapag-prep for April 1.
Make sure na it's parked this way, tapos away from the guest. Randy, where's the cover of this? Yes. I need big boys. Joyo. Carry the stairs up the office.
Alin, yung ladder?
No, the chairs, the extra chairs.
Why, di ba maganda?
Kumusta yung service station sa CDR? Does anyone check? It shouldn't be here extra. Let's move it up please now.
Yes.
Guys, check niyo yung alignment ha.
Ito, wala ko. Baka meron ka sa...
Hindi pa siya aligned. Pati yung chairs. Here then, this is such a weird spot. You have to make sure that everything, wala akong poster here. Guys, fix the alignment. It's not, this one's tagilid pa. 6 to 7 p.m. we had one more meeting with the whole team to really make sure that we are on the right path and we're all on the same page for opening.
Can we spread out? Thank you. Can we spread out, please?
Alright, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, first day. Huh? Very good. Louder, let's go. Okay, settle down, settle down. Getting carried away na naman siya. Okay, so today is the first day. Okay, I really hope you guys are enjoying this whole feeling, this moment. It's such a big deal for all of us. This is 1 year in the making, if not even longer. Okay, so there are many people who were with us before who are no longer with the restaurant. Pero buhay pa rin sila. It's just hindi sila umabot with the space. So you guys over here are very lucky to be experience this whole thing. Really, ang sasabihin ko lang sa inyo is just thank you for pushing really hard to open this space. This is our dream restaurant and I hope this is yours too. Okay, tonight is the first day for Aya officially public, okay, in public. Dito naman is friends and family. Pero please do not take that lightly. This, more than anything, we should actually impress these ones because they'll be the ones to tell us the truth. Okay? Okay, I'm very nervous really because it's such a long time before we were able to open this. I'm sure you guys have experienced yung past few days, few weeks, just yung tension just building up as we open. We just actually finished the menu yesterday. Okay? Pero if we stick to what we know and we focus like we did yesterday, we should be fine. Okay, let's not forget to remind everyone tonight that this is a test dinner. Okay? Just make sure that they know that. Once they enter, it's okay, we still do the same thing, pero make sure that they know that. Okay, para lang hindi sila parang, ay, ba't ganito, ba't ganyan. You guys will make mistakes today for sure. It's just how you guys get back from those mistakes quickly. Okay? Fuck, I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just very fucking nervous, but sorry for cursing. You guys want to say anything?
Ako gusto ko magpasalamat sa inyong lahat. Sa lahat ng naging part ng Hapag, even yung mga past team members natin, di ba? Lahat kayo yung bumuo nito, hindi lang kami. Ako yung nafe-feel ko ngayon, siguro parang kasalungat nung sinabi ni Nav. Ako ay more at peace. Wala kasi parang ang dugo nung process, di ba? Na pinagdaanan natin to get here. But nandito na tayo ngayon. Tandaan nyo na yung ginagawa natin ngayon is a blessing and kailangan natin maging grateful. Okay? So yun yung approach natin today. Make sure lang na mag-focus tayong lahat. Before this, ang dami na nating test dinners. So just make sure na gawin lang natin yun. Okay? Wala, hindi ko rin alam yung sabihin ko pero thank you.
Well, honestly, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Kasi from the very beginning, nakita ko talaga that everyone put their 100% into making this day possible. It took a whole day, 2-3 days of just everyone carrying all the things up the stairs together, and I didn't hear a complaint from any one of you.
Maybe sa utak lang nila.
Maybe.
Fuck Miss Erin.
But basically, I really feel the passion and the commitment from this team. So I just want to say thank you. Let's just be ourselves today, do our very best. Kasi I know here we have it back.
Yeah.
So let's just have fun and let's just make sure that we do our best today because we want to set the standards very high for ourselves already. And I know we can do it together.
Let's thank Isabel Lozano. Yay! Okay. Okay. I think we all know what to do, Since inaantok na tayo, we all have to fucking wake up. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go!
Mababa! Si Isabel, dito matalon! Eh, gising na tayo, gising na! Parang hindi pa, parang hindi pa. Yeah? Yes? Are we alive? "20 minutes before service." Shit. Okay.
This is the calm before the storm
Yeah.
usually.
Craziest part of the day is 30 minutes away.
Ito yung ano na, meditation time na. Focus ka na lang.
Lahat nakikita nyo, hindi sa atin yan.
Sa atin lang yung ano dun.
Hanggang dyan lang.
I keep telling this one. And then sabi ko, you have to be here too.
Expect 100% change from Hapag Katipunan. Experiencing Filipino, not just cuisine, but also hospitality. Itong restaurant na to, binigay. Sa blessing. Pero kailangan mo lang pangalagaan. With lots of faith sa taas, sa mga tao. Yun siguro yung kinakapitan. At siguro sa lahat ng tao na naniniwala sa amin. Hinga lang. Parati namin sinasabi ito sa Hapag na pusuan mo lang. Yun yung kailangan namin gawin everyday. Kahit mahirap, pero yun naman yung nagpapasaya dun di ba? Kung walang challenge, corny. Putting others above your own, siguro malaking bagay siya for me, personally. Yun kasi yung goal namin dito di ba? Hapag is not about me or Nav or Erin, but it's about the people who makes everything na bumubuo sa Hapag.
You know how we have a lot of culinary students dreaming of opening their own restaurant, doing different cuisines, and yung goal ko is to inspire them that it's actually possible. To chase your dreams, to make a difference, to make a mark, to just by being yourself and doing your own thing. When I say that, it also means just being proud of your own cuisine, your Filipino-ness in general. So really just inspiring the next generation to push forward as well. The things that will probably retain sa Hapag is just one thing siguro. It's just the passion and love for the whole thing. What will change? Everything will change. The way we see things, the way we see food, just the way we do things talaga will change. Everything will change.
Service is very inactive, whereas hospitality is active in a way na you want to really take care of your guests. Service is really just doing or going through the motions. So we always want to make sure that hospitality is the center of both Hapag and Aya.
Hindi pala madali mag-open ng restaurant. Parang for me, gusto ko lang magsimula. Yun yung parati ko sinasabi sa kanila. I just wanna start and seeing everything fall down into place. Diba? Parang ang sarap sa pakiramdam. Siguro ito yung pinangarap namin. And, wala, parang yung culmination of all the hard work not just by myself, but the entire team and everyone who helped us. Wala, ang sarap sa pakiramdam. And I'm very proud to open this restaurant.